I'm Mediocrity4, and this is my review of RWBY Volume 6, Episode 9. If you haven't seen the episode yet, you may want to before watching this review. So, this was a good episode. It did a lot to close out some lingering plot threads and answered some long-standing questions of varying levels of importance. But it's also a textbook example of how one dumb creative decision can ruin everything. Jean and Emerald are both lost. Emerald is lost without Cinder. Jean is lost because he has lost hope at the revelation that Salem is immortal. And it's with the former that the more interesting implications come in. Yuri Lowenthal does a really good job with his line delivery, and the dialogue is quite exceptional for the series. We finally know what it is that drives him. He believes he is right where he belongs. He's buying into the idea of fate. This juxtaposes with Emerald, who is only there for Cinder, and Tyrion, who speaks with an air of authority when he says having fun is more important. And the idea of Mercury being bitter at the loss of his semblance and having to get strong without one is a fascinating concept, or it would be if Volume 5 hadn't already ruined the entire idea of semblances. But maybe Mercury is a diehard believer that Ren was full of shit and a semblance is a part of you. This also improves his parallels with Yang, who also lost a part of herself that she relied on for fighting. But on a minor note, this is just a nitpick, but Rooster Teeth really needs to stay away from giving characters silver eyes. I've heard several bullshit excuses and none of them hold up on cursory glances. There is no extra highlight, there is no extra circles that gray-eyed people like Mercury don't have as well, and this wouldn't be an issue if they just kept Mercury's eyes as dark as they were back in Volume 2. They are purposely creating plot holes out of spite at this point. And speaking of doing things out of spite, Oscar once again ruins everything. They are just determined to never give this guy any meaningful character development, and it completely ruins what would otherwise be a decent scene. I'm glad we got this closure on Pyrrha. It's really good writing to tie in Pyrrha's arc with the current one. She knew she would lose, she knew the odds were hopeless, she knew what she was going up against, and she fought anyway. And now Jean is going to do the same with his friends. This is soured a bit by the fact that this little character arc was supposed to be about Jean forgiving Oscar, which Jean was already eager to do before encountering Pyrrha's statue, and it is outright ruined when we find out what Oscar was doing. Because screw character development, screw showing literally every important decision in this guy's life, he was clothes shopping. They worried for nothing. They searched for no reason. We're never given a reason why he ran off like he did or why he came back. And with Oscar's track record, it'll probably never be addressed. They'll just move on as if nothing happened, just like they did with him back in Volume 4. Also, his new outfit is atrocious. We were this close to greatness with this episode. I still enjoyed it, but man, does this make me hate the last episode even more. I can't even find the words to express how much I'm glad RWBY is really taking control. Oscar sucks so much that he drags everyone down just by association. He's even worse than Blake. At least when Blake sucked, it was isolated from the other characters and only bled a little into Yang's story. And that's why I'm having a hard time imagining this volume shaping up to be better than Volume 4. Better than Volume 3? Yeah, it's still got a really good chance of that. But the heights of Volume 4 were way higher than the heights of Volume 6, even if nothing in Volume 6 is as bad as the Blake stuff in Volume 4. And that's just kinda disappointing with how strong this volume started. I'm Mediocrity4, thanks for watching.